Susan, Esther, and Daisy started at university 3 weeks ago and became fast friends. Now, away from home for the first time, all three want to reinvent themselves, but in the face of hand-wringing boys, personal experimentation, influenza, mystery mold, neo-chauvinism, and the willful unwanted intrusion of academia, they may be lucky just to make it to spring alive. Going off to university is always a time of change and growth, but for Esther, Susan, and Daisy, things are about to get a little weird. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode, another edition of A Week in Geekdom. This is That Other Review Show, and I am so happy to bring you something spectacular, something awesome, and I got to give a big shout out to the Omnidog himself. Jess, thank you so much for recommending this book to me, because it was awesome. I needed a laugh. You already know what I'm talking about, guys, and it is, of course, Giant Days from Boom Studios, or I should say Boombox, which is a subdivision, I think. I could be mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but holy crap, guys, this is a hilarious, awesome book. I am a huge fan of slice of life genres, especially because you can't be all the time, you know. It can't always be that high octane action and thrills and superheroes and all that stuff 24/7. Sometimes I just need to unwind, and what better way to do that with slice of life genres? Basically, you're watching fictional characters deal with the same issues that we are dealing with. And I just noticed that my phone is there. Weird. But yeah, dealing with the same issues as us regular mortals, we get to share our experiences in real life with the fictional world. Now, what the heck is Giant Days all about? I just pretty much spoiled the whole comic book premise at the beginning of the video. It's these three girls that have only known each other for a couple days, or was it 3 weeks or something? And they quickly become friends, and yeah, you just follow their wacky, cool, and sometimes hilarious adventures through college, through that interesting period in our lives. And if you're watching this and you are not a college student, don't worry, because fun times are ahead. And if you've already passed that, then congratulations. Now you can look back at this book and remember your specific time in college, and if you did anything wacky, if you did anything with your academic life, which you should have. But Giant Days has a little bit of everything, and it all comes down to these three main characters. By the way, the art in this book, superb, fantastic. It was the main selling point to me. I love the art in this. I'm a huge fan for the colorful, wacky, cute, bombastic, and dynamic color range that some of these books are putting out. It reminded me of something like Scotty Young would draw, with the same usage of color and textures and all that stuff. It's really fun. It's a really fun, energetic, vibrant book that just puts a smile on your face, and that to me is the biggest selling point for Giant Days. Obviously, you're not gonna relate wholeheartedly with the characters. For example, Daisy Ptolemy, which by the way reminds me of Lena Dunham for some reason. I think they look alike. I don't know if it was intentional or not by the author, John Allison. She is an outspoken woman, and I appreciated that about that character. And obviously, with today's, with 2016 being such a controversial year amongst people, because we've had a little bit of everything from surprising electoral results to championship teams, go Cubs, and to just about everything in between. The rise of everybody being so moody, by the way. Everybody is so expressive these days, and this book touches upon that, which is a little bit weird because this was from 2014, 15, somewhere along those lines. This book is pretty thin. It just collects the first 4 issues. There's more on the way. I'm actually really anxious to read volume 2 and 3, and I don't know if I'll do reviews for those, but yeah, the series is super fun. Daisy Ptolemy, she is very outspoken. She is very fiery. She has a very fiery persona, and the way she deals with certain characters that pop in the book, which if you read it you know what I'm talking about, is pretty interesting, and it shows you a modern dynamic version of girls growing up and going through college. And even the male characters have a purpose. Not all of them are just caricatures. And that's the main problem, I guess, with some male readers, that when they pick books like this up, they expect the characters to be just as detailed as the females. And for the most part, yeah, all the characters are really well written. Obviously, some are comedic relief, others serve a singular purpose, but throughout all the adventures in the book, you get a sense of that these characters are real, that they inhabit the real world and are dealing with these problems. Obviously, some of the issues are a little bit bombastic, but that's all part of the fun, in my opinion. And speaking of fun, I spoke earlier about the art, and it just blew me away. Lisa Treyman, I hope I said that right. Just look at the panels, look at the art here. It just looks spectacular. Seriously. It's got that webcomic, flashy, electronic comic strip that you would read on Tumblr or sites like that, but in a way that it fits perfectly in a comic book graphic novel format, and that I really, really love. And the characters are just great. Probably my favorite girl out of the three main leads would be Esther. I think she's pretty cool, and yeah. So yeah, if you want to unwind and have a good time reading something funny, witty, and just overall charming in a hilarious way, then I suggest you pick up Giant Days. It is a very solid, funny book, which at times really got to me, and I was really laughing. And I am a very difficult person when it comes to comedy, because I laugh at very specific things, and I'm not a huge fan of slapstick humor or none of that, or some dark humor, none of that. It has to be very specific, and I think slice of life books really nail it on their head with their humor. It's the everyday things, it's how people interact with each other in the streets, or in this case on the campus level. And just, to me, it's funny because life can be hilarious when you least expect it to, and that in this book perfectly encapsulates that, with the hijinks that ensue and the adventures that these characters go through. So in my opinion, I think it is a very underrated book that should get more attention. And if you're interested in these type of stories, again, there's nothing too spectacular about it, but it's right for what it is. And I really suggest you pick up Giant Days. You'll have a fun time, and it's really cheap to get. It's like $10. You can find it for less if you look online, or at your Amazons or eBay or in stock trades or whatever. But it's a really fun book, so I really, really recommend it, and hopefully you will pick it up and enjoy it as well. So thank you guys once again for tuning in to another installment. I just want to take these brief few seconds, or 1 or 2 minutes, to wish you all a very sincere happy Thanksgiving Day. Obviously, I posted this before Thanksgiving, and I wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for supporting this channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, viewing, and all that stuff. It means the world to me. Obviously, I'm just talking to you through a computer screen, so you can't, I don't know if the message comes through or not, but I think it does. And you are all very special individuals, and I love every single one of you. You are amazing. Thank you so much. I had no idea that I was going to be so hooked on, can I say, being a YouTuber? I mean, I don't have that many subscribers, but can I say it? I think I'm a YouTuber, right? I love it. It's really fun. I love what I do, and to get to share these emotions and these videos and all that stuff with you guys, thank you. Thank you so much. So to all my friends and families and loved ones and all the very special people in my life, you know who you are. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend, and I will catch you on December because it's going to be the holidays. Actually, fun story before I go, I had to review something else. But when the universe conspires against you and it doesn't want you to read something, oh, it will let you know. But I promise, in December, we will have an awesome review about a very cool image book that I can't wait to talk about. So, until next time.
Thank you for tuning in to another installment. You can keep the conversation going through your favorite social media platform. You can like and subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Twitter, like our fan page on Facebook, and favorite our pics on Instagram. You can also write to us for feedback, suggestions, and such via aweekingeekdom@gmail.com. Until next time.